Are we here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. There we go. Perfect timing. Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to Elden Ring, where last time we were exploring the consecrated Snowfield and knocking down all of the bosses and getting all the questline stuff out of the way there. And as part of that, there's a portal that leads to the Mohgwyn Palace, where we are currently stuck on the boss fight against Mohg. You heard that right. I am stuck on a boss fight for once, and Mohg has been humbling me, absolutely. So, the goal for today's stream, or tonight's stream, is to defeat Mohg, to do questline stuff. We have to go back to the Round Table Hold after defeating Mohg, because obviously we want to look at like his remembrance stuff, we want to talk to Gideon, and then we just want to keep exploring the consecrated Snowfields and get rid of the remaining bosses there, and essentially prepare ourselves for the next major area, which is the Halig Tree. Welcome into stream, everyone. It's so lovely to see you all around. Hello, Melissa, and hello to any lurkers, VOD watchers. Hope you're all having a lovely start to your week. On my end, I would say that I've got good levels of energy, but today's been a bit of a depression day. I just got hit with a whole bunch of gender dysphoria, which typically I don't deal with gender dysphoria. I feel like pretty sexy and girly all the time and everything. But yeah, today for some reason the brain chemicals weren't brain chemicaling correctly, so I was feeling pretty down in the dumps. So just as a heads up, if I am a little bit moody in this stream, if I'm not as like receptive to jokes or banter or whatnot, that's most likely the reason why, just because I've had kind of a little depression day. But that being said, I'm not here to mope around and be depressed. I'm here to play Elden Ring, which is obviously a game that I've been enjoying so thoroughly, and I cannot wait to continue unpacking all of the secrets and all the lore of the story. Thank you for the patties, Melissa. Let's boot up our save file, and before we go to attempt the fight against Mohg again, there's actually a talisman that we missed in the Mohgwyn Palace area, and on top of that, there's also a flask of Wondrous Physic configuration that we can make that will make the boss fight not significantly easier, but definitely a bit easier, and you'll see that in just a moment. So let's boot up our save file, and actually, yeah, let's start by showing off the crystal tier. You might remember that back in the Altus Plateau, when we fought Eleonora, the Bloody Finger, as part of Yura's questline, we actually did obtain a cracked crystal tier that would be incredibly handy in the fight ahead of us. In fact, it's specifically for the fight that's ahead of us. Where is it? Here it is, the Purifying Crystal tier. Let's take a look at its item description again, and you'll see why it's so important. Purifying Crystal tier. A crystal tier forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the flask of Wondrous Physic. The resulting concoction purifies the curse from Mohg, Lord of Blood's terrifying rite of blood. So yes, you know how he does the countdown from 3 in Latin, and then he goes nihil, 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 and you're forced to heal through it 3 times? If you just pop this baby, then you don't have to deal with taking any damage during the phase transition. So that is pretty nice. Hey V, it's lovely to see you around. Yeah, Mohg 2 Electric Mogaloo. Happy Mohg Monday. I know it's not Monday anymore for most time zones. In fact, for all time zones, I think. But just pretend it's Mohg Monday. You know, originally when he said tres, like when it was counting down, I thought he was speaking Spanish. And then I heard, you know, 2 and 1, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, it's Latin. He's speaking Latin. But for a moment, could you imagine if Mohg was Spanish? He was speaking Espanol. That would have been pretty funny. But yeah, we're gonna throw this into our wondrous physics so that we can actually get through the phase transition without needing to use any flasks, which it's not gonna make the fight significantly easier, but it will just mean that we get to save on a couple of flasks, which can, you know, definitely be what would push us over the line and allow us to clear the fight, hopefully. And also, my brain just needs time to process information, so... You found that cool? Yeah, I did, Alex. No one told me about it, though. And in the last Elden Ring stream where I died, like, what feels like 30 times or something to Moog. Not once was this ever brought up, and not once did I ever remember this, because you get this as part of Yura's quest line, who is now being inhabited by Shibriri, which is, you know, absolutely lovely. I say that sarcastically. But yeah, we're gonna throw this into our Flask of Wonders Physic. We're gonna go and get the talisman that we missed here. I believe it is a Halig Drake talisman +2 or something, which is pretty nice for damage negation. So I also want to grab that because I can definitely see myself using it in the future. But yeah, that's all of that. We're just gonna do that real quick, and then we'll get back into our attempts against Moog, the Lord of Blood himself. I just need to sit down at the Grace to do this. It's been so long since I last changed what was in my Wondrous Physic, because I like Crimson Burst tier, or yeah, Crimson Crystal tier plus Crimson Burst Crystal tier. It's a nice combo. Half health healing and then just passive healing over time is pretty nice, although all the other effects can be definitely really handy. But I think... for this, since we're not going to be taking any damage from the phase transition, we might as well just swap off the half heal and just put this on instead. And then I gotta remember to swap it back afterwards. Oh, message was appraised. I wonder if that's the message I left about those smithing stones. Let me go messages. Nope, that's just my Rhea Lucaria message that says hidden path ahead. No one cares about my precious item ahead. Message in the yellow annex tunnel. Alright, so the talisman we're looking for is, like, in this corner of the swamp, so... I'm trying to think, what would be the fastest way to get there? I'd just go from the Palace Approach Ledge Road, Grace. And I'm gonna see if I can just speed run past all the birds. You know, normally these streams start off pretty chill, you know, like not much happens for the first hour or so, but we're starting this stream off with a banger. And hopefully we don't spend the rest of the stream fighting Moog. But I mean, I think with these couple of adaptations under our belts, and the fact that I have a decent portion of his moveset all memorized... It's just phase 2. I gotta stick close to him during phase 2, or else I will be in trouble. Alright, there we go. The Halig Drake Talisman +2. Or Halig Drake. Yeah, I originally thought it was said Halig, but apparently it said Halig. So that's how the other characters pronounce Halig Tree. Alright, please don't spot me. I just want to fast travel back to the Grace here. We'll take a look at our loot, because I don't want to forget. And then we'll take on Moog again. Halig Drake Talisman +2. Talisman depicting a trio of golden ancient dragons. Vastly boosts holy damage negation. The ancient dragons, who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erd Tree, would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it is that the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manner of protections. Yeah, so it's pretty much the exact same description as all the other Drake talismans, but I like to read it again anyway. It's nice to reinforce that info that yes, there was an era before the Erd Tree, and I wonder if things were better then. Fuck you, Greater Will. I blame the Greater Will for everything. Alright. I guess let's just get going now. Do I want to use a rune arc? I feel like first attempt of stream is gonna be the roughest one. Era before the Earth trees hinted a bit in the DLC. Hey, 2Ps in a pot, nice to see you around. Alright, and in case people think that I don't know, I do know that when we reload the area, I think, after the fight with Moog, we will have access to the Shadow of the Earth Tree DLC, because I do have that. But we will not be playing Shadow of the Earth Tree until we are up to the final boss of the base game. So, it's going to be a bit awkward in that regard, because we're going to be doing like a bunch of endgame stuff in the base game, and then we're doing DLC, and then we're going to do the final boss of the base game and wrap up the stream series. Just in case like people coming in didn't remember or know that's how I tackle DLCs in FromSoft games, I always do them directly before the final boss, regardless of when they're accessible. Oh shoot, I want to, yeah, jump up there, send the lift down. Because I do like doing traditional runbacks from time to time. It gives me time to breathe in between each boss attempt. But, yeah, just thought to make that obvious. I mean, I feel like if you've been playing Souls games for a while, that's just kind of how most people do things. But I also know, you know, since Elden Ring was a lot of people's first Souls-like, that they would think, oh, she's gonna go into the DLC as soon as she has access to it. Because, like, she's appropriately leveled and stuff. No. No. I want to see all of the story in the base game, and then we move to the DLC. Anyway, that's enough yapping, that's enough preamble. Let's go say hi to our friend Moog. We do have a new talisman equipped, the Stalwart Horn Charm +1. So, we have some extra resistance to blood loss. If I really need to, I can swap off the Gold Scarab with a fire resist talisman, because, yes, he also does fire damage. He's like Blood Flame. So bleed and flame, it's in the name. TP's and Pot says, I don't know, I don't like taking damage from any run back to fight a hard boss. Oh, thankfully, with most run backs in Souls games, you can avoid taking damage entirely. Like, the group of enemies down there will just kind of ignore you if you run past them. I think the only real run back I can think of that's a pain to get hit by enemies during is like the run back to Manus in Dark Souls 1. Because there's one fucking sorcerer that's on the path that I normally take back to Manus. I have to kill it every single time because I don't want it to shoot me. Anyway. Sorry, that's enough preamble. You're all here to watch me fight Moog. So here is our first attempt of Moog for the stream. And we'll have to see how much I remember from last stream. Alright, yeah, that's a delayed explosion. I remember now. That's also delayed. Might as well grab my runes while I'm here. Alright, take a swing at me. Come on. Here we go. Ow. That thrust comes out a lot quicker than I would imagine it to. We gotta charge heavy here. Alright, here comes the countdown. So, we're gonna drink out Wondrous Physic, I think, when he says 1. I think you can also just drink it at any time during the fight and you'll be fine. This is a huge window here for charge heavy. There we go, fuck you. Okay, there we go, drink. Drink, drink! There we go, we're immune. See? Doesn't do anything to us. In fact... There we go. and get a full charge or Dovis's Vortex. Not like that, though. So I know for this phase... Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, Miquella's mine and mine alone. I do know that for phase 2 we want to stick close to him so that, you know, we're not sitting in the flames the whole time. It's just, I instinctively want to back off when I want to heal, so that's what got me killed there. Just realized that his claw explosions are going forward because they usually dodge forward. You can also just outspace them by walking backwards, depending on where you're positioned. Which I try to outspace them, but also, if I can't, if I feel like my spacing's off, then I just go for the dodge. Oh yeah, no. That keeps catching me. Don't know why I rolled into that. You're right, that thrust comes out a lot faster than I imagine it will. I thought I got the timing on that. Ugh. Finally, I'm getting humbled by an Elden Ring boss. Okay, we're on duo. Would be great to get a poise break. Right, yeah, that delayed hit gets me. Okay, poise break? No? Alright. We need to back off now. We need a drink. Okay, so I do take a bit of damage still at the end of that. Oh, damn. Yep. Oh. Yeah, we could be here for a while. This is the first time I'm actually dying to an Elden Ring boss, like, a lot. And, like, soloing Radahn wasn't even this hard. Or Renala. But, I mean, it makes sense. We are in, like... I don't want to say the end game of the base game, but we're definitely not anywhere near the early game anymore. V says, what a big lance you have there, Moog. Are you gonna, you know, stab me with it? Yeah, he's gonna stab me with his fork. It hurts. Attempt number Tress of the stream. I really hope this doesn't end up just being a Moog stream. Okay, we can actually attack during a lot of the windows. Especially if he has a delayed follow-up, like you can attack during that. Oh, no. That roll caught me. Just gonna heal here and get hit, of course. we go, and huge window during here. Alright, no, that wasn't the attack I was thinking about. There's some attacks or some combos where he's slow enough that you can fit in a light attack in between his swings. I imagine that we're gonna hit Unos very soon. Hey, speaking of Unos. Alright, yeah, I want to see how much damage can I get away with here. Okay, so yeah, you still do take damage from the knee heal combo, it's just you don't get the bleed procs, which is good. And now the challenge becomes area management, because obviously I don't want to roll into where the flames are. This has a follow-up? That wasn't the follow-up. But a lot of his moves can... yeah, a lot of his moves can seamlessly transition into other ones, so it's like technically a combo, but it's also not. He's just going into separate moves. Are you having fun against this boss? I am, Ominous Trout. I'm actually really glad to finally have been humbled by Elden Ring. He's like a really simple boss. He just is very punishing if you mess up. Which, I mean, I guess that kind of philosophy applies to most of, like, Elden Ring bosses. They're pretty simple when you break them down, but God, are they punishing. Oh no, Moog, says V, don't drench me in your fluids, no! I see, are you loyal to the Boguin dynasty, V? I thought you were loyal to Melania and her Clean Rot Knights. Did I help you in this fight? I'm not gonna backseat you. Oh no, we already have it. And we already have it equipped. And we're already using it. Horny but cheeky message, because a lot of what makes me like Moog you might not have encountered. Yeah, all we know about Moog so far is we encountered a single ghost in the consecrated Snowfield that was talking about Moog being, you know, a rotten omen, obviously because of racism, and having kidnapped Mikola. And we came here, and indeed, yes, that is true, Moog has kidnapped Mikola. And during the intro cutscene, there were rings on both, I think, Mikola's hand and Moog's. So, yeah, I don't know about that, Moog. I mean, he is the Lord of Blood, after all. I don't imagine him to be a gentleman. You know how to get into the DLC? I sure do. And we will not be starting the DLC until we are basically at the end of the base game. But yes, I do know that this fight and Radahn are required for the DLC. I don't know why, but I know the requirements. And I don't want to hear much more than that. Alright, no, that doesn't have the delayed follow-up. I'm remembering his moves one by one from last stream. Oh no, I think I'm dead here. I thought I could get a bit greedy there at the tree. Yeah, this combo has a window where you can attack during it. And dodging this gets you a free charge heavy. So that's pretty big. Yeah, okay, Unos, there we go, drink out Wondrous Physic. So we still take damage from the phase transition, but we can do this. Okay, so now the strat is just keeping close to him. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah! Because I keep seeing him move his hand, and you have to roll after you see the claw marks appear. Not as he's moving his hand. It's punishing me for trying to be too reactionary. And not a bad attempt, though. If anything, I just have to play things a little bit safer. Oh right, yeah, when he pulls his weapon out of the ground, that also counts as an attack. I didn't fall for it this time. If I just stay calm and chill. We get a big punish here. There we go. And I'm fully expecting him to start, you know, doing the blood right, so there we go. Alright. I'll do one charge of this. Alright, and now we just have to stick close to him. That is a follow-up now. Ouchies. Follow-up. I guess I could go for like a jump punish for that, maybe? Not fully sure, though. That was a follow-up explosion. Right, and that's a bit delayed. I need to get used to that. Oh, blood loss. The flames got me. I was trying my best to be careful around them, but that was a little rough. Good attempt, though. We nearly got it. I feel confident that we can get it within the hour. That was a really good attempt. Ominous asks, do you care if I tell you how many remembrance bosses there are? I do care about that. That is something that I'd rather not know, like, the exact number of. I hate Bogue's gimmick. Yeah, it can definitely be rough if you don't have the physic, or specifically the crystal tier. I mean, I was doing okay in the fight, even, like, without using the crystal tier, because I completely forgot I had it in my inventory for a while. But yeah, like, using up 3 flasks or so during the phase transition can, you know, definitely be rough. But phase 1 is kind of chill, I would say. Like, I know what kind of punishes I can go for. If anything, I could probably go for bigger punishes instead of just a single light attack. But I am playing a little bit safe.
Right.
Thank goodness Sordovis' great sword does a ton of physical damage and not just all Holy, because I do know that Omens have a bit of a resistance to Holy. Are we speedrunning to Unos? He's got to do it now, right? There we go. Alright, so I just kind of have to mind my feet a little bit. Which is hard, obviously, because I'm trying to look at what Moog is doing. Alright, that is a follow-up. Typically, most things he does has a follow-up, and that is delayed, and I keep getting hit by it. I'm gonna wait to heal. There we go. Oh, I thought I made enough distance. I need to heal, I'm gonna get hit with bleed. There's no way I'm not getting hit by bleed. Oh, I guess I have items to prevent bleed buildup. Because, like, now would be the perfect time to use a bolus, or bolus says, or however you say it. Oh yeah, bleed killed me there.
Is mine and
Ooh, that was rough. Yeah, okay, I think I might equip some boluses so I can have those ready at any time. There we go, stanching boluses. I can have those ready to go whenever. Also, I want to see what happens if I use this outside of the fight. Will this prevent, like, all damage from Nihil? If I use it before, like, he accumulates the things on me? I know the effect lasts 3 minutes most of the time with the Flask of Wondrous Physics, so... Like, there's no way it's not gonna take me... Or, there's no way it's gonna take me 3 minutes to get to phase 2. The flawless lava? Fiery blood? Yes, the floor is fiery blood. Quaylag called, she wants her boss gimmick back. Kind of. I see he's still accumulating stacks of curse on me. Or like, of the curse on me. But I don't think it actually matters when I drink the flask. Oh my god, look how much damage we've gotten in before phase 2. We could actually try to speedrun killing him before phase 2 starts. But, nah. Like, I could try to kill him now, but also, it won't feel satisfying. I want to win on my own terms. But I want to do phase 2 proper. I don't want to skip through it by killing him too quickly. Oh, that hurts. Oh my god, yeah, I nearly got the timing on that delayed plunge. It's just, it keeps getting me. That's an attack that I can look at and say, like, yes, that is consistently causing problems for me. I guess I could also just try blocking. You know, that's a feature in the game. Better than just taking the full hit. And then the explosion would get me, most likely. I don't have to pick up my runes anymore, because, like, there's none in that pile. But I'll pick them up anyway. Also, it really does just sound like he's grunting or saying Mikola after a lot of his attacks. In fact, no, it just sounds like he's saying Mikola after every single attack. I hate that he can throw the blood flames at your feet to punish you for rolling forwards. I need like one more charge heavy. Damn it. Am I gonna jump? No. I'm not gonna jump that. Okay, there we go. Give me my stance break, pretty please. Oh, drink it, drink it, drink it! Phew. Alright. Alright, yes, and of course that has a hitbox. That's such a huge punish window. Yeah, like, obviously stick close to him, but don't fucking sit in the flames either. Yeah, keep doing that attack, please. Like, that specific combo. As a follow-up... Oh my god, I thought I made enough distance. Damn, I didn't. Oh wait, you can tell where he's gonna throw the flames based on his hand, I think. Like, before he even throws it. Because that could make life a lot easier for me. Okay, this is the heal window. I don't know why I rolled away from that. Oh no. Did I just fuck myself? I did. Ugh. I could have dodged that second hit there and that first hit, but I just choked. Blocking, what are you? A strength vitality build? Watch out, Lumi, he's got wings. He drank Red Bull. He did. Hey, Ocean. Hey, Loot Crate. Lovely to see you both around. Hope you're both doing alright. Moga's still giving me troubles, like... I feel like, you know, when we get to the end of this whole entire playthrough, including the DLC, Moog's probably going to be my list of, like, hardest Elden Ring bosses for me personally, because for some reason, it's just something about this fight seems to cause me problems. And I don't know what it is. Because, like, he's a really simple fight when you break it down. He's got, like, 3 attacks. Well, it feels like he's got 3 attacks. He just hits like a truck. But I mean, that's Elden Ring for ya. Everything hits like a truck. And you do too. Because look at this sweet, sweet damage. Assuming I don't, you know, mess up and get hit. Yeah, the Floor's Lover definitely adds to the mental stack, it's true. And he's got mix as well. He's schmixing me up. Okay, yeah, no, the hand gesture he does before he throws Blood Flame tells me what direction he's gonna throw it in, like if it'll throw it at my feet or not. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, shit, I forgot. Need a drink? Okay, I got it. Phew. So the strat is keep close to him, but also back off occasionally based on where the flames are. Damn it.
Is mine and mine
If you would, like, you can hit him during that combo string, so I got greedy. And normally it works, it's just I was a bit too late there. Because he's simping for a dude he likes. He's got bonus power, that is true. Yeah, pretty powerful simpery, you know, for kidnapping Mikola. I just want to get back to exploring. I just want to read his lore, but to read his lore, I need to beat him. That's my reward, is I get lore. Ow. Normally I can do phase 1 hitless, but... blech, I'm rusty. Moog's just here to make sure I'm not having too much fun with Elden Ring. No, I really love this fight. Like, the music, the voice acting, it's fucking peak. So I'm not even mad about being stuck. Like, look how cool this fight, like, just the way the choreography flows when everything's going well is so cool. Alright. Is that a... I guess that is a charge-heavy punish window. Oh, yeah.
is mine and mine alone.
It just takes getting hit 2 times in a row during phase 2 to just ruin my day. I swear, if they put this guy in the Night Rain DLC that's coming out in like 2 days, I don't know whether I'd be happy or traumatized. Probably happy, because I could just do wilder ults and cheese him that way. Yeah, doot doot. Doot doot. Moog came after Moon, he'd be done for in 30 seconds. 30 seconds? No, Moon would have him dead in 5. Oh. We'll give this a couple more attempts and then we'll take a stretch and hydrate break. Oh, speaking of which, thank you for the redeem, Melissa. So obviously a quick mental break in between boss attempts can do wonders. Well, it's so confusing how there's like some flames in the arena, but they don't count for actual damage. Like the ones here. Okay, poise break? Or stance break? Yeah, we get it. Here comes Unos. Ow, ow, that hit me. Alright, I'll do one charge, I'll back off, and I'll heal to get to full health. I want to be at full health at all times. Okay, I might not go for punishes that I normally go for, just because if I fuck it up, then God it hurts. That hits. That's gonna hit me, yeah, ugh. Even with a double roll, the explosion has such a big hitbox. Yeah, those delayed, like, plunge attacks that are exclusive to Phase 2 keep getting me.
I can see it as clear as day. The coming of our dynasty. Morgwyn.
We did it! Ah, finally! That is the most times I have died to a boss in Elden Ring. But there we go, Moog has been defeated at long last. Oh, yeah, I definitely deserve a break after that one. That was a pretty clean fight. It came down to the wire, though. That was my last flask there. Oh, Moog 3, Moog no more. Yeah, oh my goodness, look at how many runes we got for that. That was, yeah, that was tense. Phase 2 is tricky, especially with, like, area management. And, like, trying to make sure that you don't get bleed inflicted on you. But there we go, whew. I just need a mental break. I mean, we'll take a stretch and hydrate break, but also, like, wow. He says I'm counting time of Moon's cinematic intro. That's so true. And thank you, Kaz, for the patties. Welcome into stream, both Sharks and Lena. It's lovely to see you around. We did it! I was here when Lumi beat Moog. Very fair. Yeah, hope you're all doing alright. Lovely to see you all around. I like to not, like, pop off immediately, because there might be, like, dialogue or cutscenes after, like, killing the boss. So I just want to make sure that, like, you know, I don't talk over, you know, any, like, monologues or whatever, because Elden Ring bosses like to talk. And that is okay, I like hearing them talk. Oh, okay. Well then, let's take a look at our item descriptions. We have first the Remembrance of the Blood Lord. Thank you for the patties, Lena. Remembrance of the Blood Lord. Remembrance of Moog, Lord of Blood, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Wishing to raise Mikola to full godhood, Moog wished to become his consort, taking the role of monarch. But no matter how much of his bloody bedchamber he tried to share, he received no response from the young Empyrean. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of just reiterating on stuff that we already knew, but with some extra detail. And, my brain just needs time to process info, so I might just read it again in my head a couple of times. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then Moog's Great Rune. The Great Rune of the Shardbearer Moog, devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Lanedale's eastern ward. Okay, so I think... yeah, we can go there. In fact, I activated the Grace there, I believe, so that is something that we can go and do. So yes, Moon, we did just defeat Moog. So I'm just looking at item descriptions and whatnot, and then we got a couple of things to do. But I think I can sit down at the Grace and have a little stretch and hydrate break. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit sleepy, because yeah, I do need a bit extra time to make sure that, like, my brain is processing the information that I read. Because although I do read the descriptions out loud to you all, disability means that sometimes I read things and it goes through, you know, like one ear, or, you know, goes through my mind, and I process none of it. It's not that I don't understand any of it, like, my media literacy skills are completely fine. It's just the processing of information where my body tends to be a bit slow, and that is okay. That is okay. If it means I gotta sit there in silence for like 30 seconds to read something in my head, then so be it. This is my stream, you're dealing with me. And if you don't like how I do things, then, you know, there's the door. But yes, thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really do appreciate it. We'll definitely take that break that Melissa redeemed. I just want to go over these descriptions one more time for myself. Alright, and then just looking at the Remembrance again. We'll also look at the Remembrance weapons and stuff that we can make from Moog, and if there's like any armor that we can purchase from Enya, because that's where you get a lot of additional lore bits on the demigod that we just killed. Yeah, wishing to raise Mikola to full godhood, Moog wished to become his consort, taking the role of monarch. But no matter how much of his bloody bedchamber he tried to share, he received no response from the young Empyrean. Really makes you think. Alright, I will take that stretch and hydrate break in just a second. Because, yeah, my bones, they need the stretchies. And my brain needs to rest after having locked in for so long. It was basically a full hour of Moog attempts. And we got it, which is awesome. Alright. I do also know that, yes, we will be able to, like, start the DLC now, but we're not going to. In fact, I think if I sit at this grace, then a DLC NPC might show up, if that counts as reloading the area. Yep. Hi, Needle Knight Leda. We're not supposed to... We're not doing the DLC yet, but we can say hi to you briefly after a break. And after I do some level ups. I was just dumping points into mind, so... just shove some more into mind. A Cocoon of the Empyrean. Hi, Leda, bye, Leda. We'll say hi to her, but we will not be touching the withered hand there. Not yet. Not yet. Imagine expecting you to talk to her and just hear you walk away. I'm not... Actually, no, I will just leave her alone. If I don't have to talk to her now, I will... Yeah, no, I will just do that, actually, Sharks. I will just walk away. And we'll come back to her later. Shark says, oh well, I just realized I got an injury in my mouth. Guess how I found out extremely spicy tofu. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. But really bad for Moog, poor dude. I'm gonna have to read a couple more item descriptions, get his full backstory. And Min says, hi beautiful lady, thank you for fun just now, still the blissing out stage. Aw, that's awesome. Let me quickly give a shout out to my beautiful wife Moon. And I don't need to do your Ko-fi command anymore, do I? I'm just gonna post it anyway, because giving trans people money is very good anyway. Probably be pulling out our phone and just kill time. Exactly. Like, don't worry, Leda, we'll be back in 100 hours, okay? Just not now. Okay, and I'll also get a shout out for Lena as well. Alright, yes, I will see you all in a couple minutes. Please take care of yourselves, everyone. Make sure to grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can / want to. And we will be back with more Elden Ring, the base game specifically, after a short little break. I'll see you all then. Take care. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It's really appreciated. Moon says, beautiful wife happy. Yeah, you're beautiful as well, and I'm very happy. Alright. Yeah, so actually, because I was thinking we could, like, briefly say hi to Needle Knight later and get, like, a little teaser of the DLC, but unless she calls out to me to talk to her, I am just gonna go back to the roundtable hold. And we will be back to do the DLC when we are up to the final boss of the base game. So basically before hitting credits on the game, will be when we go and do the DLC. Or yeah, before we fight the final boss, and then we'll do the DLC, we'll finish the DLC, and then we'll do the final boss of the base game, and, you know, thus finish Elden Ring as a whole. Because it feels weird to, like, do all the base game, and, like, hit credits on that, and then play the DLC. Like, I'd rather just hit credits when we're done with the game, if that makes sense. Chuck says, I'm expecting Needle Knight just playing on her phone behind her cloak. She does got the drip. And of course, I know her name already because, like, I was really into Dark Souls. I mean, I got really into Dark Souls in 2023 and 2024, and that's, like, during the hype period of Shadow of the Erdtree. So, like, I know that, yes, one of the main characters of the DLC is indeed a Hot Lady Knight, because Elden Ring is based like that. Please don't say anything to me. Please don't say anything to me. Okay, cool. We can leave now. Alright. Yes, to the roundtable hold we go. Let's go to Enya first, and let's take a look at the stuff that we can make from Mohg's Remembrance. And then we'll go say hi to our quote-unquote favorite Tarnished, Sir Gideon Ofnir.
You have returned. What is it?
Alright, Remembrance. Let's go over here. Starting with Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear. Trident of Mohg, Lord of Blood. A sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, it is an instrument of communion with an outer god who bestows power upon accursed blood. The Mother of Truth desires a wound. And the unique skill is Blood Boon Ritual. Raise the sacred spear and pierce the body of the formless mother. Stab up to 3 times, creating explosions of blood with each thrust. This skill will coat the armament with blood flame for a while. Okay. Yes, it does need 27 arcane, but otherwise we would be able to use it, and of course, yes, it does do bleed. Yeah, this weapon's also very cracked in Night Rain when you get it. So Mohg had a connection to an outer god. Interesting. Alright, and then Blood Boon. Sacred Incantation of Mohg, Lord of Blood. Thrust arm into the body of the formless mother, then scatter the blood flame to set the area ablaze. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The Mother of Truth craves wounds. When Mohg stood before her, deep underground, his accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. Alright, yeah, that needs 17 arcane to use. So obviously we can't use it. Shark says I don't remember any of their names. Was the time I just give them a nickname? That makes sense. And Two Piece in the Pot says it's even more cracked here because you don't need to hurry. You could just spam the skill. Yeah, exactly. All the comments you can make with the Mother of Truth. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. It mentions Formless Mother here already. Yeah, I'm guessing they're both the same. The same outer god. Yeah, just like reading the descriptions again. Yeah, so the Mother of Truth craves wounds when Moog stood before her deep underground. His accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. Okay. I wonder if by underground they're talking about either the Mogwin Palace or the subterranean shunning grounds. Probably the subterranean shunning grounds. Alright.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
V says learning more about the Formless Mother is what made me appreciate Moog more. Okay, so yeah, I will keep my eyes out for stuff referring to the Formless Mother. Because yeah, that's another outer god. There's a lot of outer gods. And this is just another one of them that we're learning about. Hopefully the Formless Mother doesn't suck ass like the Greater Will does. Alright, so apparently Gideon has new dialogue, so we're gonna talk to him.
You. What is it?
About the Lord of Blood's cocoon.
Ah, I see. So Mikola was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites known only to me.
Okay, about the Lord of Blood's cocoon.
Well, I wonder what comes next. If he continues his slumber within the cocoon, all would be well. But perhaps it would be safer to destroy it. Mikola is the one thing that remains a mystery to me.
Alright.
There are 4 more Demi. Mikola of the Haley, his twin, Malane, Luna Princess, and Rani has said to us all here at the Hold, if you should learn it, I'll trade your findings for it. We both did as such.
Okay, that's just repeating dialogue there. Okay. And then let's take it Law of Causality, which is an incantation. It's a Golden Order incantation, which means it needs both intelligence. Oh, actually no, this one is all intelligence. Oh, I see. Because there's Law of Regression and Law of Causality. Law of Regression needs both faith and... Actually, no, I think they both just only need intelligence. I might be mixing up incantations with each other, but generally Golden Order incantations are intelligence plus faith. Anyway. Law of Causality. One of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists. One of the key fundamentals. Manifests a small ring of causality within that allows the caster to automatically retaliate upon receiving a certain number of blows. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Causality is the pull between meanings, that which links all things in a chain of relation. Very philosophical item description. And, I believe the description for Law of Regression mentioned that regression is the pull of meaning that all things yearn eternally to converge. Kind of like converging with the Crucible. You know, the primordial form of the Erd Tree. Oh yeah, cool stuff. I don't know actually how good this is in terms of, like, usages, but it is cool regardless. And I like the Golden Order item descriptions. They tend to be like quite interesting to read about the like primary religion of the world here, even though we all fucking hate the Golden Order here. It just sucks that Golden Order stuff looks cool. It's just the Golden Order sucks ass. We just know that's how it is. Alright. As well as the gimmick they tried back in Dark Souls 1 as well. In a game where you often die in 2 or 3 hits, a spell that activates after 5 is not great. Right, yes, there is an equivalent in Dark Souls 1. I forget the exact name of it. It's not just Retaliation, is it? But I've never used it in Dark Souls 1 either. But I definitely remember that, yes, there's something that exists like that. And it's a bit of a gimmick. Yeah, well, I'm just glad to have it. You can also just purchase, like, this and all the other stuff Gideon gives you from the Twin Maiden Husks if you missed out on doing these dialogues with him. But thankfully, we haven't missed out on them. Alright, so let's go and activate Mohg's Great Rune now, and hopefully we can get some extra lore on him, which would be really nice. Alright, let me also re-equip my Ordos's Greatsword. I'm just... I paused for quite a while on the description of the Remembrance of Mohg, because I'm just pondering... I mean, obviously, his motivations are, you know, the birth of the Mohgwyn dynasty. So I guess by kidnapping Miquella and trying to make him into a god, he would thus usher in an age of Mohg, an age of blood. Divine Tower of West Altus, that was it, right? Or was it? No, it was East Altus. Unless I'm being silly. Yeah, it's East Altus. Which is all the way over here. Maybe an Age of Truth like the Mother of Truth? That's also true, yeah. Well, hopefully we can get some more answers by activating his Great Rune here. There we go, Great Rune restored, Mohg's Great Rune. Let's take a look at it. Mohg's Great Rune. A great rune of the Shardbearer Mohg. Its blessing grants a blessing of blood to summoned phantoms, and imparts a phantom great rune upon successful invasion. Mohg and Morgott are twin brothers, and their great runes are naturally similar. But Mohg's rune is soaked in accursed blood, from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. Thank you so much for raiding in, Lancy. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful time with Minecraft. And also thank you for the resubscription. 30 months. Oh my goodness. I really do appreciate that. Let me get some shoutouts in here for Lancy. There we go. If you're not following her already, please go check her out with the link and the follow button at the top of chat. She does a bunch of tabletop RPGs and Minecraft, a whole bunch of other really cool things on her channel, so please do check her out. Thank you so much for raiding in, and I do hope that you had a wonderful time with your stream. If you got a raid and run, that is totally understandable. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones, and you might be tired after your stream, so please prioritize your own self-care first and foremost. Thank you so much for being here. And also, thank you for the head pats, Epic Umiko. Just in case anyone is new to the stream here, hi, I am Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber, and I do playthroughs of RPGs and story-driven games. But I also like to dabble in Souls-likes and horror games, and generally just whatever catches my interest. And this playthrough here of Elden Ring is my first time playing Elden Ring, but it is also a 100% blind playthrough, all Steam achievements, all bosses, including the critically acclaimed DLC expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree. And right now, we're just learning a bit more about Mohg, the Lord of Blood, who we just defeated before taking a break. And we're going to continue exploring the consecrated Snowfields in a little bit, so thank you so much for being here. Yeah, the fingers do be going okay hand. She had me at Tabletop RPG. Yeah, Lancy DMs a bunch of games, and in fact is currently in the middle of doing a custom, or what's it called, a homebrew campaign that Twitch chat is able to influence with channel point redeems. So very, very cool. And I've also played in one of her D&D games. Or two of them. No. Yeah, I've played in two of them, actually. Those were on stream. So that was cool. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. I guess I'll just read this item description again, because I was a bit distracted by the raid. DM solidarity. So true. Okay, so yeah, Mohg and Morgott are twin brothers. Good to know that. And also, I was a bit confused with the effect that this gives, but upon rereading it here, it makes a bit more sense. A great rune... Yeah, in fact, yeah, let me just read the whole entire description again. Primarily for myself, and also, I guess, for the raiders who just came in. Mohg's Great Rune. A great rune of the Shardbearer Mohg. Its blessing grants a blessing of blood to summoned phantoms, and imparts a phantom great rune upon successful invasion. Mohg and Morgott are twin brothers, and their great runes are naturally similar. But Mohg's rune is soaked in accursed blood, from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. Okay. It's the only great rune that has an effect in multiplayer, I see. A blessing of blood to summon phantoms. So I guess, yeah, if you summon other players, or I guess NPCs, they get a blessing of blood, and then if you invade, you get a phantom great rune. I see. Yeah, and also, yeah, just thinking about the effects of both of their great runes, yeah. Morgott's just gives you the health increase. So yeah, I mean, they are kind of similar-ish. Both are related to blood and health. Lancy says, I love running games on Sundays. That she does! V says, gotta run. Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much for being here, V. I'm glad that you were here to witness me finally take down Mohg. I'm definitely a bit exhausted, so progress is gonna be, like, pretty minimal in this stream, I would say. Especially since I need some extra time to process the item descriptions we're reading and just, like, memorize all the info in my head. Because there's a lot to unpack. Just from, like, these few item descriptions that we've gone over this stream. Yeah, Mohg's great rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. Yeah, so he was definitely born in the subterranean shunning grounds. And I think, in fact, I think we have an item that talks about that, like, in fact, I can just find it. Was it a talisman? I genuinely don't remember. Yeah, I'll just scroll through and see if I can find it. I'm trying to remember. It was the... No, I can't immediately spot it. But I'm like, God, there's an item description about this. I just need to dig for it real quick. I guess that's a is that a consumable? I don't remember. It's the, like, the baby thing. The baby omen. It's not a key item. Is it? It's like I genuinely forgot. Mohg shackles? No. I'm forgetting. You can definitely tell I'm exhausted if I'm forgetting. What was the item? That's Margit shackle. Nope, I don't remember. What's a key item? It's in the key category. A conceivable that gives you the Bloodfire thing? It's the fucking, like, baby doll, I think. Oh, also, we never read this description, apparently. Missionaries Cookbook 7. A record of crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary and went forth to spread holy teachings. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following rejuvenating boluses. Yeah, the Omen Barn, or, oh god. No, I was told how to pronounce it and I got it wrong already. Yeah, that's the item I was thinking of. Talking about the baby deer? Nuh-uh. Not talking about that, Umiko, sorry. It's a reusable item, okay. Oh, it's from Morgoth's Remembrance. Oh, that's why I don't have it in my inventory. That makes sense. Because my ass likes hoarding boss souls. For lore reasons. I just don't like... I just don't like using them. But, like, I can duplicate one if I really wanted to get something and still have a copy of it. Okay, well, yeah. So, yeah, that item description talked about, like, how regular omens have, like, their horns cut off, but, like, the royal ones, the royal ones are, like, kept underground or whatever. So, yeah, the item description here talking about his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. So, yeah, it's really interesting because Morgoth tried to suppress his cursed blood, even, like, putting it into his sword, basically. But Moog fully embraced the fact that he was an omen. He's like, you know what, people are racist towards me, I don't give a shit. Limited number of duplications, though. Don't forget to save some for DLC bosses. That's also true, yeah, there might be some DLC stuff that I want to use. We'll have to see, though. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm glad to know, like... Yes, indeed, Morgoth does have a brother that he didn't refer to at all, because he didn't have a throne at the Erd Tree. Makes sense why. Alright. And then just, yeah, looking at this description again, because I'm just... Now that I have that, I can think about this. I mean, I guess it makes sense that he would want to, you know, be a consort for the new god. Yeah, Morgoth also didn't call him a traitor. Yeah, because he wasn't going around pillaging the lands between, like, all those gods were during the Shattering, and also the way that us Tarnished have been, pillaging the lands between. Yeah, interesting stuff. Alright, that's that for, like, significant lore stuff for this stream now. I think we just keep exploring the Consecrated Snowfield. Obviously our goal is the Halig Tree, but we just have to make sure that we get all of the bosses and whatnot done before then, which I think we've mostly done all of them. I know there's definitely one around here, there's definitely one at the Minor Erd Tree. I'm trying to remember, I did explore up here, and then I went along here, and that's when I found the portal. I guess I can unmark the portal now, I don't need that there. Yeah, no, I guess we just go to the Minor Erd Tree first. Also, in case people were wondering, I think I said it before, but I'll like, re-emphasize this. I think Morgoth is my favorite character in the lore, thus far. Like, Ronnie's awesome, we love Ronnie, we love a revolutionary girly. But, like, Morgoth, ugh. His story makes my heart feel just broken. I feel heartbroken. But meanwhile, his brother Moog is like, hell yeah, I'm running a blood cult. Yeah, let's do this. Mug is my favorite. He's incredibly hot. I can see it. I can see it. I'm not here to shame anyone. Vale, we need to cook. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Vale is dead now. We finished his quest line. So we're gonna go to there. I like how Fave's the complete opposites. Right, Moon was telling me off stream that Moog is her favorite Elden Ring character now. We both like the Omen brothers. Huh, shinies. And crab. Oh, actually, I can change my talismans around. Where's my Crimson Dagger? There we go. Oh, and I need to change my Wondrous Physic as well. Because the Purifying Tear doesn't do anything, outside of Moog's boss fight. Hi, can you break that statue for me? Oh, there's a dungeon there? Oh, okay. Ow. Thank you, Torrent, for taking the brunt of the damage there. Probably should have just actually had the crab come and break this, but I do want to see if the octopus can do it. And what am I talking about? You're a dog. Octopus puzzle, while. No, it is dog. Be wary of dog. I guess I'll just sit here. Oh, just one has golden eyes. That's gonna give so many runes. Yeah, 2,844 runes from a single crab. I'm making bank today. How many runes do I need for my next level up? Okay, I'm not too far from it. We're definitely gonna be entering the DLC at like level 200-ish, I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the secret to beating these is pretty much just bleed and stance breaks, from what I understand. Okay, Crimson Dagger is starting to fall off a little bit with, like, the health regen. I do appreciate the smithing stones. And also our fire slime buddies. Talking to a friend about how elemental damage greatly boosts the crits against them? Huh. I had no clue about that. I guess, okay, yeah, there's more octopi there if you, like, if you killed the other ones and you're like, damn, I don't want to reload the area. Oh, wait, okay, hi there. It's Great Worm Theodorix. But now that we've actually fought a difficult boss, Moog, we're back to fighting jobbers now. This one's technically in Night Rain too. Yeah, the Grey Worms are in Night Rain, so yeah, I can beat the shit out of them. I actually forgot that Night Rain DLC is coming out this week. I'm like, oh yeah! But I've just been taking a break from Night Rain. And just like focusing all my energy on playing Elden Ring here. See, if this was Night Rain, I would use my ult to interrupt these charge attacks, because they're really fucking annoying. Yeah, sure, you can say something about their weakness. That's totally fine, since we fought like 1,000,000 of them already. Oh, right, yeah, this one's got the second phase. I am not getting the riposte, though. Yeah. Thank you for spewing lava right in front of your face. God, now Moog has, like, fucked up my roll timing. Because I'm assuming everything is, like, Moog timing. That's not the case. Yeah. Oh my god. Actually died to a great worm. Huh. I might be on my jobber arc. His name sounds so not made up. Great worms are my favorite. They're super weak to sleep, which is lore accurate because dragons EP on their hordes. That is true, yeah. That is just like part of most dragon-like lore. It's fun to see them fall asleep mid-charge attack. Super weak is an exaggeration, they just don't... they don't fully fall asleep, just stagger. Huh, okay. Yeah, not just a Great Worm. Sorry, yeah, Theodorix. I'm sorry for greatly underestimating you. Alright, well, let's get that run back then, I guess. I mean, I think ever since we hit the mountaintops of the giants, like, I've just been dying so much more often. Could it be that I'm washed up? So there was an item here I missed, I guess. Where would I be without my strip of white flesh? Alright, let's run this back. Oh my god. I also need to change my Wondrous Physic. I'm gonna remind myself of that. Next time out of Grace, make sure to change my Physic. Can hit the head for some extra damage, but it's not like my priority. Oh my gosh! We got a war going on between these two. That's so funny. Are they just gonna fight each other? Okay, yeah. Gotta make sure not to step in the lava. Oh my god, he's just fucking killing that octopus. Yeah, what is this, the Monster Hunter stream? Okay, can I please get a repose this time? Oh my god, why? No, no, it's fine. I didn't want it anyway. Me pretending not to care so it hurts less. Oh my god, please. You fucking kidding me? Okay, there we go. That was too close for comfort. Like, way too close for comfort for, you know, regular Oss worm boss fight. Your draconic power is available at the Cathedral Dragon Communion. Okay, no, never mind. I'm sorry, Theodorix. You were truly one of the dragons of all time. There's also a legendary item up there that I want to go and get. Oh, house. Time for tranquility. Alright, we make the jump here. Let there be good fortune. Like a dream. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Yeah, they're just handing them out like wild now. I have so many of them in my inventory now. Okay, I guess we'll use our Stone Sword key and check this out over here. Let there be holy armament ahead. Okay. Oh, wait, this might... Yeah, I think this is where you get the Golden Order Greatsword. Cave of the Forlorn. Alright, more points into mind, thank you? Yeah. I don't know, I want to get to like 25 or like 30 maybe? Just like a nice number. In fact, no, we talked about it before on stream. I think like we settled on 30 or 35 would be like more than enough. Alright, don't have any item descriptions to read, but I guess... Yeah, before I forget, I want to go to the Church of Dragon Communion. Oh, wait. I gotta walk out of here first. Can I fast travel, please? Is it because there's an octopus out here? Okay. All the way to Caleb, please. And we'll go and kill the Banished Knight that's here just because it's like... They're in a position to be, like, backstabbed or whatever. And hey, I might even get a Banished Knight drop. I get a Banished Knight drop. Hell yeah! Ooh, we got the helm! Nice. Reminds me of the Fallen Knight armor in Dark Souls 3. Alright, I just have to check what is new here. Yeah, there we go. Theodorix's Magma. That's new. I'm just checking if there's anything else that's new. No. Okay. Theodorix's Magma. Superior incantation of Dragon Communion. Channels the power of the great worm Theodorix. I think that's how you would actually say it. But yeah, sorry. Superior incantation of Dragon Communion channels the power of the great worm Theodorix. Transforms Coster into a great worm to spew a large volume of magma breath. Allows one follow-up attack. The name of the ancient troll warrior Theodorix lives on, as a hero of the war against the giants. Okay, yeah. Those who participate in Dragon Communion are destined to one day transform themselves, so that makes sense to me. So don't underestimate them. It's a troll that turned into a worm. Alright, and then let's take a look at the Banished Knight Helm. Banished Knight Helm. Thick, full set of armor covering the entire body. This helm was worn by knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Perhaps the deep red scarf was used to block the winds, for on the outskirts, the winds bite with a stinging fierceness. Let me see what this looks like on my character. I really wish that you could sort, like, your armors, like when you're going to equip something by most recent, but it doesn't let you do that. There it is. That actually kind of fits with our armor. Yeah, because like the red of the Siluria tree armor... I think this could be altered as well. I might want to look at a Grace and check that out. Oh god, I can see my character's eyes. There'd be an option to sort by recently obtained, actually? Would it be in... Oh, graphics. Where are my other settings? Mark new items on Show Recent Items tab. Oh, in the equipment menu, okay. So if I go here, let's see. Switch display, switch view? No. Oh, yeah, sort. There we go. Oh, yeah, order of acquisition. Huh. I looked at the bottom and I didn't see the small text there saying sort. Huh. Well, the more you know. Okay, so yeah, if I need to find something in particular, then I can just do that. These are the mess. But also, I wasn't looking hard enough. I was like, oh yeah, quit, remove, back, switch display, switch view, scroll, and... No, I just missed it. Now, if there's a helmet that I would use on my character, it'd probably be this one. I mean, also, like, I would use, whatchamacallit. Obviously, like, the Crucible helm, fits pretty well. I am such an edgelord. I am not gonna, like, deny the allegations. Scarf got stuffed down the armor. I fully embrace the fact that I am such an edgelord. By using the Fallen Knight armor in Dark Souls 3. Okay, let me see, alter. Can you alter it? I could sort by recently acquired, but also... No, it cannot be altered. I think, like, the regular Banished Knight helms can be altered, though, if I recall correctly. I'm probably not going to keep this on, though. Also, since I'm here, Wondrous Physic, gonna give myself this back. Oh wait, no, yeah, restore half of HP. But it is cool that you can stack two of the same effect if you really want, like, to do that. Oh wait, no, these are the exact same. My silly self was looking at the top text that's... Yeah, I was looking at the text that said steadily restores HP for a time because it shows you both effects that you have active at a time. But I mean, if you can get a second Crimson Burst crystal tier, you could definitely stack them, which is what I find really cool. So you could, like, have double the health regen. Which honestly wouldn't be too bad. Alright, yeah, let me unequip this. We're just going helmless for this playthrough. Normally, most Souls games, I throw in a helm, but But not this one. Because my character's too pretty. I did some weird stuff with the Banished Knight armor. There are altered and unaltered variants, but you can't turn one into the other. Yeah, it's really weird. I looked it up and I'm like, huh. I don't know why it's like that. Megaworms get some of the most iframes after a crit out of any boss I can remember, so I don't even care about the crits. It's just like, you have such a big window to do damage when you knock them down, that like, I want to do that and then go into a crit to really optimize my damage, but... Oh shit! I heard you marching towards me! That's the second time this has happened on stream! Thank you for the Banished Knight Gauntlets drop. God, fine. I can't believe they just wandered in here. I smacked my desk a little bit. It was a little bit scary. God. I gotta stop that from happening. I need to, like, be in a spot where you're not gonna wander over to me and try to fuck me up. But hey, look, I got a second drop from them. Not a unique drop, but it's a drop nonetheless. 2Ps in a pot says, have you traded a dragon heart for any dragon's incantation? I have not, but doesn't it, like, change your character's eyes or something? Because I'm pretty sure there's, like, different effects that change your character's eyes, which I have those disabled now, because I didn't like that my eyes were red from the cursed blood that Vare gave me. The stretchy dogs can do a lot of damage to this guy. They absolutely can. Well, also, hi, Crusader. It's nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. It does mean that you're slowly turning into a dragon or worm. Yeah! There's actually one dragon spell that's important to your 100%. Oh! Yes, there is! You're right! Because, like, all legendary incantations. It's one that I have access to, right? Because, yeah, I should buy that, then. Think so? Okay. Let me just kill this Banished Knight again before they fucking jump scare me. Oh, wait. Wait, where are they? I did just sit down at the Grace. Oh, wait, there they are. Just gonna kill that Banished Knight for peace of mind. Okay. The way to tell is just to look which one of them says legendary. Some of these say superior incantation. I don't see legendary. Oh, there we go. It's Grail's Roar. An incantation of legendary status. Still moving even when you're sitting. Yeah. Crusader says, I'm doing alright, just enjoying my day off and eating leftovers. That's awesome. I'm just checking. That's the only one that mentions legendary status? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we need to get Grail's Roar, which we can't use. But it's okay, because we need it. Grail was the mother of all dragons, dwarfing all who stood before her like a looming mountain. That kind of sucked. But sadly, I need it for all Steam achievements. And I'm not gonna use my dragon hearts anyway, so might as well get it. Right, Grail was in, Dragon Barrow, because it was Grail's Dragon Barrow. You know, that's fair, exactly. There we go. Oh god, did we just eat those? Huh. Yeah, so my character's eyes would look different, but I have the eye alterations turned off. Disagree that it sucks. That being said, I never care to use it. Nom nom nom, Dragon Heart. Very yummy. Okay, this has been a slow-ass stream, but I said it was gonna be a slow stream. Let's go to the Cave with Forlorn. We'll take a stretch and hydrate break, and I think it's just this dungeon, the minor Erd tree, and then like the stuff around here. And then we're good to go to the Halig tree. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse and they walk around with flaming chicken hearts on a skewer. Nom 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 nom. Very yummy. Alright, I'm gonna go for my break. I'll see you all in a couple minutes. Please do take care of yourselves, everyone. Grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can / want to. And if that snack / drink involves a dragon heart, then by all means, go ahead. And I'll see you all after the break. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Especially since, like, today's stream's definitely been a bit more easygoing, as I just slowly make my way through the rest of the consecrated Snowfields. But I think we just have this mini dungeon to do, the minor Erd tree, and obviously, like, the stuff of, like, getting to the Halig tree, and I think that's everything here. At the very least, I do know that we've done every questline related thing that we can do for the time being. Welcome back. Thank you, Crusader. I appreciate it. I think I do know that the Cave of the Forlorn is where we get the Golden Order Greatsword, which is also a weapon that I was thinking that I wanted to use. But I don't know now. Did you burn the Erd tree yet? No, we have not. We're gonna be doing that after. So okay, the order that we're doing things, just so people can catch up. We are doing Consecrated Snowfield. We're gonna do Halig Tree, then we're gonna do Subterranean Shunning Grounds, and then we're gonna go up to the Forge of the Giants. We have defeated the Fire Giant though, so. We've defeated the Fire Giant, and, like, we can burn the Erd Tree. We're just gonna save that for once we've, you know, gotten all of these side adventures out of the way. I think you just barely use the Golden Order Greatsword on this build. I did check it, before starting the stream series, I think, and it's 28 Faith, I believe, and it's C scaling in Faith. But, I don't know if I want to use it, because it's like, you know, Ordovis's Greatsword is fine enough already. Look, I love Greatswords, but I don't think I need 2 holy Greatswords, especially one that's more faith-focused when I'm primarily a strength build. I missed the fight with Big Chungus. You did, but don't worry, the VOD will be up on YouTube. I think the VOD's still available to watch. It doesn't feel like that long ago that we fought the Fire Giant. Was not too hard of a fight. We got it within, like, less than 10 tries. But, like, it was cool. I liked it. Alright, Dragon Head. Oh, yeah. Lover, oh lover. Time for sleep, dragon. When I read Cave of the Forlorn, I immediately start thinking about Dark Souls. Tears. A sad frozen dragon. But you can actually climb up it, huh? And also you can see through the floor there? That's really cool. Visions of down in short, try look carefully. In real life, if I looked down there, I would be terrified. In fact, I'd be scared to go on the ice in the in the first place. I'm like, oh, this is gonna shatter. Alright, you know the drill. You know, if we pick up any unique items, we're not gonna look at their descriptions until the end of the dungeon, and we'll try to get all the little goodies around the dungeon, but primarily we're just focused on getting the unique items. Pack ahead. Alright. Alright, bet. Gurunk, my friend. It's called Cave of the Forlorn, so of course we're going to be fighting minorities. That's right! The misbegotten and rats. Rats are the biggest minority in the lands between. We gotta get ourselves ready for the Rat King ending. No item ahead. But look, item here. It's just more freezing grace. I think the only time I ever really use grace is in Dark Souls 1 in the early game. Because you can get some before fighting the Taurus demon, and I just use it for that. That's pretty much the extent of me using weapon buffs in Souls games. Their sense of self-preservation, I'd see shiny ice jump my large ass right into the metal. You'll show them what a real shattering looks like. This harassing all the time in Dark Souls, and mostly sucks in Elden Ring. Damn. Alright, so we just looped back around to the start here. You know how I am, like, I like to search very thoroughly. You know, inspecting every single corner and pixel. Even though these dungeons are, like, very straightforward that you don't need to do what I do. But still. Wait, no, we already went this way. Unless... Now I'm just trying to remember where I've been. I need to focus like 90% of my mental energy on not getting completely lost when I play Souls games. And in case you're wondering, I am like this in real life as well. I am terrible with directions. So I guess we just go through the area where the pack was with the Misbegot. Oh wait, no, we go this way. I'm so silly. I'm like, no, this, you know, this is like Dark Souls. I can't go that way. I can't jump over those tiny little crystals, even though I broke them just before. I just like occasionally pressing lock on to see if there are enemies ahead. Oh, like obviously player messages will point those out. But it's nice to spot enemies ahead without being told about it all the time. That player message vanished, I think. Oh, Mikola's Lily. It is, like, kind of cool that, like, you do get these Mikola lilies. Like, kind of the closer and closer you get to finding Mikola, I guess. Might be overthinking it, but... I definitely do believe that From Software intentionally place items with, you know, certain item descriptions, you know, like either before, like, you know, they become relevant, or after the fact. First look ahead and then try left. Like, if for some reason you had never picked up a Mikola's Lily, it's nice that they put a bunch of them here. No precious item ahead, but let there be beast. What if I want to go this way first? What if I want to get more Mikola's Lilies? My ass used to think it was said Mikella. Miquella. That'd be an even funnier way of butchering it. Is this gonna take me to the pinwheel fight? I don't want to backtrack. Feels like I might have missed some stuff. These jellyfish are aggressive, sadly. Oh, but they drop grave gloveworts? Sorry. I'm just gonna quickly commit some genocide here. It's for the spirit ashes, don't worry. Maquila. McWheelie. He's like riding a bike, do wheelies. Such a rebellious young Empyrean. But it's pretty obvious from context clues then that the DLC is gonna be focused on Mikola. Since it seems like in the base game he doesn't really have anything going on. Be wary of high spot. Okay. What if I wasn't wary of it? Like a dream. Ah, seed. Okay. A whole dragon. No horse ahead. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I guess we go down that way. I just want to double check. Yeah, dragon feet. Miyazaki loves feet, we know this. Right, yeah, I guess we only have this way to go. Yep, thank you player messages for showing the way. Unfortunate that there's bloodstains here, but it's understandable. Because that's what most of my deaths are. Try fingers. What about try 2 fingers? Okay. It really feels like I'm traversing the catacombs in Dark Souls. And I'm gonna go and fight Pinwheel through this door. Oh no! It's the misbegotten crusader with the Golden Order Greatsword! Look! Doesn't it look radiant? Oh my god, my ass is getting clapped. Meanwhile, like, I beat the very first misbegotten warrior, like, first try. Back in, like, Castle Morn. And I'm not making the excuse of, like, oh, but this one's slightly different from the ones that are in Night Rain. Look, it's basically the exact same fight. Guys generally hit way before their weight, yeah, way above their weight class. Yeah. Like, they're gonna have, like, one move that's slightly different. And that'll be the only difference. I mean, like, the roar attack is kind of different. There's, like, a burst of holy that comes out. It seems like, yeah, Moog has done something to me. The mountaintops have done something to me. My skill is decreasing as we continue through the game. No, Lumi, that's a difficulty curve. No, it's my skill decreasing. As I level my stats, my skill gets worse. Alright. Let's see if we can get a second try, like we did with the worm. Right, the roar is like a... Oh, shit. Okay, no, there's 2 different moves. The roar is slightly different, and that's a new move. Good thing you have, like, no poise. Except for when they stamp and when they roar. That's when they get a shit ton of poise. I tried to jump over that. I fucked it up. Just stood there and took that. I don't know why. No. I meant to jump forwards. Oh my god, I am actually kind of washed up. But that's okay. They do not intend on playing no reindeer games. They want the smoke and it is on site for them, exactly. Washed like a plate. Yep. Could it be that I'm getting worse as we get through the game? Maybe I'm getting complacent. Maybe that's the problem. I was led into a false sense of security by my early successes. And now, just like Icarus, I have flown too close to the sun. Really makes you think. I hate the fact that I have to roll that roar now. Right, and that keeps throwing me off. There we go, okay. I could just spam jump attacks, but if they go into a roar or a stamp, then I'm cooked. Never mind. Maybe I just need to turn my brain off more. Elden Ring is so hard, they said. The humble jump attack. Yeah, okay, no, there's the solution. I just have to jump attack more. Nah, Crusader, you can't do that joke now. I'm no longer washed up. Yeah, there we go. The Golden Order Greatsword. This is needed for all Steam achievements, because it is a legendary armament. Didn't expect weak foe. Well done. Thank you. Took more tries than I'd like to admit. But we did it, and that's all that matters. Already sent it, so not much we can do about that now. Look, I'll still read it anyway. We can read it in past tense. Oh my god, these fucking octopi scaring the shit out of me. They don't follow you in here, do they? No, it doesn't seem like they can. My mom told me to do the dishes before she got home one time. When she came out, she barged into my room and said, "Son, did you do the dishes?" I just looked at her and said, luminously, and she nodded and left because she knew those plates were washed. And then they got dirty again. Alright, Golden Order Greatsword. A greatsword made of light, modeled after the Elden Ring itself. Forged by King Consort Radigan to proudly symbolize the tenets of the Golden Order. One of the legendary armaments. Telltale signs betray that this was once the greatsword bequeathed to him by his first wife, Renala. And the unique skill is Establish Order. Raise the armament in a salute, releasing a golden explosion. Repeated inputs send out waves of golden light. Which is the skill that, the Crusader was using. Yeah, I think I said 28 faith. Yeah, we can use it. Yeah, unlike Ordovis's greatsword, which is, like, primarily strength with a bit of faith, this is mostly faith with a bit of dex, actually. So, like, I can use it, and it does do more holy, but, like, I have Sacred Blade if I really want to delete those who live in death. I despise this weapon. Okay, I didn't grab the copy pasta, you typed it from memory. That's awesome. Greatsword made of light, 10 weight. Wait, what's wrong with this weapon? Is it obnoxious to deal with in PvP? Oh, what's the deal? Give me the lowdown. As aura, that's about it. I mean, it's primarily holy damage, which I know a lot of things in Elden Ring resist holy damage, so I probably don't want to use it. It just sucks. Okay, so it's hype moments in Aura the Sword. I do like its weapon skill. Not in terms of actual functionality, just that it looks cool. All damage to the tip of this shitberg. I see, I say. Also, really funny that the sword that Renala gave to Radagon just ended up in the hands of a random misbegotten. Like, Radagon did not give a shit about Renala. In regards to the sword. But I mean also for leaving Renala, but like, we now know that Radagon is Marika, so that kind of complicates things a little bit. But yeah, we needed this weapon for all Steam achievements anyway. And I do like how the sword looks, even if we're not going to use it. Physical damage is mid, and weapon changes... Or sorry, the weapon charges in about the same time as the entire Lord of the Rings Director's Cut trilogy. Damn. That is some scathing words. I appreciate it. I appreciate the slander. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use it. Ordovis's greatsword's cooler anyway. And also, we kind of hate the Golden Order here. Why would I want to wield the Golden Order greatsword? Okay. Let me just look at the description real quick again. We'll clear out the notification for Grael's Roar, I guess. I guess we can read its description again, since it's technically got the exclamation point on it. So... yeah, greatsword made of light, molded after Elden... Oh, in fact, I'll just read it in my head real quick. Alright, and then... Let me look at Grael's Roar again, since we technically obtained it. Superior Incantation of Dragon Communion channels the power of Grael, the Elder Dragon, an incantation of legendary status. Transforms caster into a dragon to emit a terrible roar, reducing the attack power and defense of nearby enemies. Grael was the mother of all dragons, dwarfing all who stood before her like a looming mountain. Alright, yeah. We can't use it, because Dragon Communion needs Arcane, and we don't have Arcane. And that's okay. Alright. So, I did want to quickly go through the dungeon again to double check that I got everything. And then I guess we'll go to the Minor Erd Tree. We can do that by taking the portal that's like around here-ish. And then I guess, yeah, we just check out all this area, and that would be that for stream. Hey Goblin, thank you for the gamer hat regime. I can do that. Give me a second. Let me just vanish real quick, find that gamer hat, and I'll get that on for you. Hang on, just gotta do this here, and do this, and do this. Alright. Give it a second. I will reappear in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm back. Got a little gamer hat. Moon says, my mom asked if I was choking. I couldn't answer. She said luminously, and I started nodding my head. She called an ambulance immediately. Clarification, weapon charge is referring to the skill. You have to do a long pose for an explosion, which has a golden wave follow-up, each part costing a whopping 20 FP, when you could just use Ordovis's Greatsword, which is 15 FP for one of the best skills in the game, and it's also a holy greatsword, just primarily physical. When I meant weapon art, I see. Kind of funny that it says dwarfed all who stood before her, because Gransack's corpse was way bigger. So true. I mean, I guess she's like the elder of like the modern dragons. Because like you have the ancient dragons and then you have the modern ones, which is... Primarily we've been fighting the modern ones. Although we have fought a couple of the ancient ones. Because, like, at least the model here that Greyall has is, like, for one of the newer dragons, the descendants of the Ancients. Anyway, right, we got all that done. Yeah, gamer hat moment, exactly. And also marquee moment. Thank you so much for the raid, Markachin. I hope you had a wonderful time with your Lufia 2 stream. Thank you so much for raiding in. Let me sit down here for a moment and get you all the relevant shoutouts. It's lovely to see you around. If you're not following Marquee already, then what are you doing? Go and fix that right now. There is the follow button at the top of chat. There's also a link at the top of chat, and I'm also going to promote Marquee's Ko-fi page as well, because he would very much appreciate your financial support if you can give anything to the wonderful library of Markachin. And thank you so much for rating in. Really do appreciate it. Gamer hat moment is greater than Marky moment? Nuh-uh. I'd say both are pretty equally epic, Marky. Yeah, thank you so much for rating and thank you so much for trusting your community with me. If you've got a raid and run, that is totally understandable. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones, especially for you, Marky, and you've been streaming for quite a while, so please do not feel any pressure to stick around. Thank you so much for trusting your community with me, as always. I really, really do appreciate it. And yes, if you're not following Marky already, please go do that. If you like the way that I've been playing through Elden Ring, like very slow and thorough and like all achievements and whatnot, Marky does that, but all the time, for every single game, does full completion runs, and also some randomizers from time to time. Thanks for the shout out. And the warm welcome, Lumi. Of course, we finished tonight and the ending always makes me emotional, but I shall lurk for as long as I can with the friends over here. Thank you, Marky. I really do appreciate it. The SNES is definitely one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. It just had so many good games, and especially RPGs. Although I never played the Lufia games myself, or Lufia 2 in this case. I appreciate you too, Lumi, so very much. Yeah! Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Just in case you're new to the channel here, you're rating him from Marky and you're wondering who the hell is this individual, why is she wearing a gamer hat? Hi, I'm Lumi, I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber, I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, and I also dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And we are here with a first-time blind 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, which we actually gained access to. We can play the DLC now. However, we are going to be saving that for later, because I like to go through basically all the base game first and then move on to the DLC when it comes to Souls games. But it was very exciting. Crusader says, I hope you like dragons because they don't go away in the DLC. Okay, I see. I don't mind dragon fights here and there. Is wearing the hat because the hat is named after her, because she is the gamer. Aw, thank you, Marky. I really do appreciate it. I've been pretty tired today, so progress has been really slow in Elden Ring, but we did get a Steam achievement. I can say that, that's pretty big. That's pretty massive. We did get a Steam achievement for defeating a major boss fight. And right now we are just kind of wrapping up the remainder of an area before we move on to another major area later in the week. Gamer Hat Supremacy, put some respect on its name. That's true, I'm sorry, Gamer Hat. And also, I don't think I said so, but yes, thank you for the Redeemed Goblin, and also welcome into stream. It's lovely to see you around. I was just quickly looking to go through this mini dungeon real quick to see if there was any loot that I missed. I don't think that is the case. I think I got all of the loot here, but I do just want to double check because we have been playing through Elden Ring in such a Marky way. The difference is that I have been using spoiler-free guides, so that I can still enjoy the story and all the surprises along the way. Which typically I don't use guides on my first playthrough of a Souls game. I do like to look up if I missed anything major in an area that I've just been through, but I normally don't look up any guides, but this is an exception because Elden Ring is massive, and I'd like to witness pretty much all it has to offer in a single playthrough. Although there are some mutually exclusive items that you can obtain as part of quest lines that obviously I can't on a first playthrough here. First off ahead and then try left. So yeah, I never went this way. Right, no precious item ahead, but let there be beast. Try target lock. Group ahead, but no precious item ahead. Also, this is being played on online mode, so obviously I've got player messages that we can all enjoy together. This one says, group ahead. I've been warned. Okay, no, I feel like we've seen everything. Because, yeah, going this way didn't really lead to anything. At least, I'm pretty sure we've already been through this section. I'll kill these enemies here just to double check. It's not required for all Steam achievements, but we are also trying to pick up every single item in the game, especially every single unique item, because if you're familiar with From Software's games, they like to hide basically all of the story in the item descriptions, and so thus we must obtain all of the items to read their descriptions. Also, hey Julie, yeah, the gamer had a power, exactly. Okay, no, there is stuff here. Spirit Flame Arrow and a Rune Arc. I mean, that's pretty valuable. Behold House! Okay, so that's everything in this dungeon then. I don't mind picking up more Rune Arcs at all. Especially, I have a feeling that we're gonna go through all of our Rune Arcs during the DLC. In fact, I'm kind of trying to save most of them for the DLC. Because I'm sure there might be, like, some DLC Great Runes that might be interesting. Yeah, so if I go this way, then this will just lead to familiar territory where the jellyfish were. Yeah. So I can actually just fast travel out now, since we've found everything there is to find here. I could also just run to the end of the dungeon, I guess. Let's just go from the fast travel point. Actually, no, let me fast travel to the... We'll go here. Because yeah, there's a portal that we need to take to get to that minor Erd tree, which there is a boss at the minor Erd tree, which is not surprising. Most of them have a boss there. I think the portal is up there. Crusader says that FromSoft storytelling is like, you have a puzzle, but every one of the pieces is from a different puzzle. You also have to build it yourself. Exactly, yeah. If you just read item descriptions and, like, pay attention to like, dialogue and whatnot, then that's how you uncover the story of FromSoft games. You don't need to watch lore videos. And in fact, I regularly crash out here on the channel about how I don't like lore videos on Souls games because most of them are just full of misinformation. Not all of them are, but there's a lot of them that just kind of make stuff up. That just personally upsets me as someone who, like, actively pays attention to the story and lore of these games. So I think if we speed past all of the wolves here, we should come across the portal. Yep, there we go. Here we are. We're at the minor Erd tree. The boss is merely a minor inconvenience. That is true, says Marky. Crusader says, I prefer lore videos. When I'm playing the game, my focus is spread too thin to pick up on the story. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Like, you're here to play a video game. You know, not a lot of people want to sit down and read while they're playing a video game. And I'm very much the same with a lot of video games, actually, but if it's my first time playing a Souls game, then I like to pay as much attention to the story as possible. Yeah, no reading, even though, like, Marky, the librarian VTuber just raided in. You gotta watch your mouth, Crusader, you might be in trouble. Moon says, when the lore video becomes a fanfic a minute in that describes a bunch of stuff never said in the game, it comes to wild conclusions by connecting the farthest apart dots possible. Exactly. I am dyslexic. That's okay. I mean, I also struggle with reading. I'm not dyslexic myself. I might have ADHD. I've just never been officially diagnosed. But I'm definitely autistic. And I do have problems with processing information. So, look, I don't blame you. I think it's because I'm streaming, it makes it easier for me to read the item descriptions, because, like, I can talk about what I'm reading as I read it, or, like, after I read it. Please don't fall to my death there. But, no, actually, Marky, we've been dying a lot recently. Even the regular bosses have been giving me trouble all of a sudden. Like, these last few areas have greatly inflated the death counter. I wonder, is it worth going down here? Would there actually be anything? I don't think so. Because we've already been around. Oh, there's some Albinorics there. Did I ever fight those? Oh, wait, no, because, yeah, this is the area ahead that we're gonna explore. So, no, we don't need to drop down there just yet. Yep, there we go. There's a putrid Erdtree avatar, or I think it's just called a putrid avatar. Also known as the more annoying version of Erdtree avatar. You a fan of Scarlet Rot? Because that's the gimmick. Like, normally I can jump over this attack, but because it spreads an AoE, I actually have to back off. Like, one of my favorite things about fighting Erdtree Avatar is punishing the butt slams, but you can't really do that with this version. At least not in the same way. And that upsets me. So that's why I think Putrid Avatar sucks. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm so dead here. Ugh. I mean, deserved. I did just say that Putrid Avatar sucks. You know, I really hurt their feelings with that one. Let me catch up on chat here. Still believe in you and always will. Thank you, Marky. Crusader says, reading more than 3 paragraphs generally makes my brain a strunk. That's why I can only read things like comics and manga, also pretty pictures. Yeah! Marky says, I used to read quite a bit and enjoy it a whole lot, but my health has caused me to struggle with it too. Yeah, we all struggle with reading, and that's okay. Do you like ranging and AoE spam? No? Do you want more of it? Exactly. They look so sad, probably. Yeah, I also used to be, like, quite good at reading, I feel, but then... I think... I mean, it's probably just disability, Oh, okay, this put us all the way over here. I actually think my high school literature class contributed to my ability to read, like, gradually degrading. Because, I mean, if you've been in any literature class, you know they absolutely love to hyper-analyze things, which is fine. I like hyper-analyzing things as well, but, like, the class took it a step too far, I think. And now when I read stuff, I can't just read it as it is. My brain has to overthink everything. And then combine that with slow processing speed, and it's just a recipe for disaster. But I do find that streaming helps me with reading. Because, like, I'm reading to people, and I can talk to people about what I'm reading. But if it's reading in my own personal time, then yeah, it's a lot harder for me. Oh my god. Please. Oh, there we go. Second try. Nice, feels good. We get the Thorny Cracked tier for that, and we also get the Ruptured Crystal tier. Nice. Bloodstained Seek skill. Hey, don't be mean. That version of Erdtree Avatar is a bitch. Alright. Ruptured Crystal tier. A crystal tier forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction, causes the resulting concoction to explode. A defective crystal tier which possesses absolutely no medicinal qualities. A lesson said to be learned the hard way for some. Faith can be a volatile matter after all. And then Thorny Cracked tier. A crystal tier forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction makes consecutive attacks grow stronger the longer they continue. However, the effect lasts only for a short time. Okay. So, this is our second dupe of the Ruptured Crystal tier. Oh wait, is it not? The number held one... I'm pretty sure we have another one of those. I don't think we ever had a Thorny Cracked tier. I could probably just pull up the menu and take a look, but I'm gonna be real, I'm too tired and I can't be bothered to check. But I definitely feel as if we had another Ruptured Crystal tier, so I wonder if you combine both of them. Little Rupture tiers and Crystal tiers. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, do be true. Faith can be a volatile matter after all. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's variants and stuff. Alright, let's just keep looking around, and... I do feel quite exhausted, so... we will wrap up in a little bit. And that's okay. I've been working very hard this stream. I mean, we took down, by far, one of the hardest bosses for me. Oh, Guardian Garb, nice. We already have a couple of armor pieces of the tree guardians, I believe, but I mean, it's nice to have another one. It's time for throwing up. Okay, that's kind of a funny one. Player messages are actually funny from time to time. I know that's a rarity. When it's not like the same joke repeated over and over. Okay, just being thorough, making sure I check everything. Obviously, we've been over here since this is where the portal took us, but... I want to make sure I don't, like, miss out on anything. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the raid, Draco. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful time with your stream. If mods could do shoutouts. Thank you so much for being here. In fact, I mean, I think I can find a safe spot to quickly give you some shoutouts and the like. Oh, no, thank you, Moon. I hope you had a lovely time with just chatting. I'm assuming that you played a whole bunch of games. If you're not following Dark Knight Draco already, you can do so with the follow button at the top of chat, and also the link in chat. Draco is a knight VTuber, just like me. Not a hot lady knight, but a crusader knight. Very, very cool. And thank you so much for raiding and trusting your community with me. If you got a raid and run, totally understandable. If you got a raid and lurk, understandable as well. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones. It's not late for me, it's 9:55 p.m. in Australia. So definitely do take care of yourselves. I guess I'll just kill these dragonflies. Except they do be a little bit nimble. Just a little bit. Just a little bit nimble. I just want to... There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now I've cleared out the area, I am safe to chat. Played Night Rain and then did an unboxing. That's awesome. Hope you're excited for the Night Rain DLC. Also, just in case you're raiding in here, and you're wondering who I am, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I like to dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And we are here with a first-time, blind, 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, including the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC expansion. And we are pretty much just wrapping up the Consecrated Snowfield tonight. We're probably going to finish stream quite soon, actually. So I don't think we'll be done with all of the Consecrated Snowfield, but we're definitely getting close to done. I think we've gotten all of the bosses in the area at the very least, so that's reassuring. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for raiding in. We're nice and friendly and obviously lurker friendly here. No loud sound redeems or anything. I'm not going to scream your ears off, so if you want to lurk, that is appreciated, but obviously no pressure. Please take care of yourselves first and foremost. I'm popping out now. Later, Lumi. Bye, friends of Lumi. Thank you, Crusader. It's lovely to see you around. Yeah, Crusader, Dark Knight, Draco, that's a powerful combo. The two Crusaders joined together. Do take care of yourself. And let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, Crusader saying, I'm getting tired, I think I'm gonna pop out, lurk for the rest of the stream. Thank you. And gotta catch up on chat here. Crusader says, jokes on you, I was never good at it. I think I peaked in high school at around 50-60 words per minute. I see, I see. Marky says, I also enjoy reading for people on stream. I think it goes somewhat well when I'm not trying to do voices that are too silly. I love all the Marky voices. The Moon says, when you do the silly voices for games that have awkward translations, it makes me smile. Marky always makes me smile when I crack up when that happens. Exactly. The goods from Breath of Fire. Yeah! My grandpa is no longer insane, says Marky. Crucible Knight armor, let's go. Yeah! And yes, hello, Pippy Mint. Yeah, that's me. I'm Australian. Yeah, I got the Siluria tree Crucible Knight armor. And Ordovis's greatsword. Because Crucible Knights are awesome. Alright, let's just try to find a grace around this area, and then I think we'll wrap up stream. And we can save the rest of the Snowfield and the Halig tree for later in the week. Oi, 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 oh no. She's Australian. She says mum and macas. I do. But I don't say crikey, unless it's, like, for a stereotype joke. Alright. So obviously there's a main pop to follow. But I'm just checking around here, just making sure we don't miss out on, you know, some good old crafting materials and whatnot. We will look at the item description of the Guardian armor that we just got. Because as part of 100%, we're also trying to pretty much collect every single unique item. We're not farming for every single unique item, it's just kind of hoping that we get them naturally. Unless it's something I want to farm for. But we're also reading all the item descriptions, really paying attention to the lore, so... You could say that I have a PhD in Souls lore. I did the same with Dark Souls. I'm a big lore nerd. Alright, I never activated this. There's some Albinorics down there. There's a town down there. Which I believe the way to the Halig tree is at that town. Oh my goodness, another raid. Basically a double raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Royal Bunny. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had a lovely time with your dispatch stream, I believe. Thank you so much for raiding in. If you go to raid and run, totally understandable. If you go to raid and lurk, understandable as well. I really do appreciate it. We're actually soon to wrap up here. I'm feeling really, really exhausted. But thank you so much for raiding in. If you're not following Royal Bunny already, you can do so with the link in chat and the follow button at the top of chat. And, I do a whole bunch of variety stuff. A bunch of Elden Ring as well. Some Dispatch, some fighting games. A bunch of good stuff. But thank you so much for being here. Alright. I've cleared out the Albinorics. I think I'm safe to stand still for a moment now and catch my breath. My bad, hope you have an amazing time. Thank you. Yeah, if you go to raid and run, totally understandable. If you go to raid and lurk, understandable as well. And just in case you're raiding in here and you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of other variety genres as well. And we are here with a first-time blind 100% all bosses playthrough of Elden Ring, doing all quest lines as well. And also, of course, playing through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC expansion. And we actually have access to the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion now, but we are not playing it right now because we are focusing on getting through basically 90% of the base game before we go to the DLC. Just a personal preference thing. And we're here exploring the consecrated Snowfields as we approach Miquella's Halig tree, which we know that Miquella's not there. So we'll have to see what happens there in terms of plot events. But thank you so much for being here. And also welcome in Freenium Dude, it's lovely to see you around as well. Freenium Dude says, love that sword, thinking about using it myself, some Fire Emblem. Two Peas in a Pot says, I don't like the Snowfield, it's too consecrated. Exactly, it's better than the constipated Snowfield, absolutely. And thank you for the head pats, Royal Bunny. I really do appreciate it. And Moon says that she says Australian stuff now. Marky says, I remember talking about the term bogan with our dear Lumi. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Moon says, I noticed some R slipping into my pronunciations. I think that's from listening to and talking to you so much. I think that's why someone asked where my accent is from recently. I didn't know how to answer. Yes, Moon is gradually becoming Australian. That's awesome. Me Stooge, me be tall dude with fat dude in Dark Souls. So true. Or tall dude and fat dude in Dark Souls. Good job! Alright, and yeah, thank you also, Moon, for doing the shoutouts for Freemium Dude, who is also primarily a Souls streamer, but also has played through Dispatch. Anyway, yes, I am so thoroughly exhausted, so fingers crossed there's not another raid, because we basically got triple raided, which I'm very grateful for. I don't know if I have the energy to hold your attention captive. Especially since things are... We're laid back here, we're boring here. Very lurker-friendly, don't have any sound redeems or anything. I'm not gonna scream your ears off. We like to play games in a laid-back and slow-paced way, really getting to appreciate them and everything they have to offer. And there's a big scarab here that I want to get. I could throw lightning spears at it or Stone of Gurunk, but I could also just jump up here. Unless they... Yeah, they're gonna hop off. Okay, well... Plunge attack. There we go. Slumbersmithing Stone 8. Nice. You know what? Yeah, I'll try and throw lightning spears at this one. Oh my goodness, there's so many scarabs here. Like, obviously there's the Crimson and Cerulean ones, but... those aren't really relevant. Unless we need them, of course. So I think, yeah, when we find our next Grace, that's when we'll wrap up, which I'm pretty sure there'll be a Grace around here somewhere. And bush ahead. Oh, yep, those Albinorics just came out of the snow. And now they have nowhere to go. It rhymes. I was gonna try and land a charged Ordovis's Vortex on all of them, but that didn't really work out. Utility? Yeah, it seems like this is a dead end. Alright, Ordorvis's Vortex, let's go! And some nascent butterflies, we love to see it. At 15 FP for one of the best weapon skills in the game, like, I'll take that. Oh, I should also level up when we get to our next Grace. I've got to make sure to do that. Since I think we can probably get like 2 levels. I'm not trying to become overleveled, it's just we're using the Gold Scarab Talisman, and since we're doing all bosses, we just get a massive bounty of runes. Check over here. Now that I'm exploring, I feel a bit of energy coming back to me, but I still won't push myself too far. I'm guessing that message was like ambush ahead or something. Yep. That's an octopus. Ooh, I messed up my roll timing. I don't often deal with that slam attack, so it was a bit delayed. Thankfully there's a stake of Marika nearby, but it's just gonna take me to the closest grace I see, which is all the way at the start of the consecrated snowfield. Ugh, okay. Just go back to the portal, get our runes back, and everything will be a-okay. We already did the stuff with the trolls there and the Knights Cavalry, so we can just ignore them. Hopefully I am going the right way. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Oh, there go some fire blossoms that I missed. Silly me running into a wall there. Oh no, that's not the Red Wolf of Radigan aggroed on me, is it? Elbenoric Rise. Oh, I completely went in the wrong direction. Ugh. That's a bit higher up. Oh, no, okay. Those are just the, I don't really know what to call them. Oh, the Graven School of Mages. That's what Sullen turned into. Or willingly turned herself into. Right, and that Candleborough doesn't activate because we already found whatever the spirit would guide us to. Which I checked, and I think it just guides you to a rune arc, which, yeah, we already picked that up. Normally, they lead you to, like, a dungeon. But no, that one just leads you to a single rune arc. Alright, let's go get those runes back. And, I mean, I know the game, like, points towards your runes on the compass, but I might as well just put a marker on top of them as well. So I can actually, like, see the beam of light, and have that as a bit of a guide. Alright, I need to go a bit further down, don't I? Oh no, I can drop down. This is how I die and lose all those runes. Because platforming in Souls games has never been my strong suit. I mean, I'm used to, like, rolling off of ledges, but also I found that, like, jumping off of them in Elden Ring helps me a little bit. That could have spelled disaster. Okay, let's get our run back on these Albinorics. Not that they killed me before, they came close to killing me. Alright, there we go. Well, I won't kill every single Albinoric here, since we already did that before. Alright. Just get our runes back, take out the octopus, head towards the city area, or the town area, and we should be all good. I guess I can hold up my shield, just for some extra safety here. Because what is it with Elden Ring and basic enemies being harder than bosses? There we go. As soon as we get, like, the loop set up, we're all good now. Okay, that was worth 2 Elvenoric blood clots. That's alright. Alright, and then this just leads down to where we were before and where we fought that worm. Oh, actually, like, we're not too far from the inner consecrated Snowfield Grace. It's literally right there. Yeah, I guess we could just teleport there or run over there and wrap up. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't want to push myself too hard. We'll just fast travel there, we're gonna level up, so look at the item description of the Guardian armor that we got. And that'll be that for stream. Another 2 points into mind, thank you. So that we can use more Ordovis's Vortex without needing to drink. And... yeah, that seems all good. Alright, my Wondrous Physic, I made sure to change it back. Alright, let's see. It is down here. Guardian Garb. Engraved golden garb, worn by the guardians of the minor Erd trees. In accordance with an ancient pact with the Erd tree, it is said that their deaths led not to destruction, but instead to renewed eternal life as guardians. So in case you didn't know the lore of the Erd tree guardians, there you go. We've basically read a similar item description to this effect, but it's still nice to, I guess, revisit it. Alright, let's get things all wrapped up here, and next time on Elden Ring we will be finally going to the Halig tree, which is very exciting. Alright, there we go. Just closing the game. And let me check Steam here. Oh, actually, I got 2 Steam achievements. One for defeating Moog, and another for acquiring all legendary sorceries and incantations. So look at me go. We're popping some of those more difficult achievements. Alright, let me head on over here and we'll get stream all wrapped up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by the stream. Hope you all had a lovely time with some more Lumi Elden Ring. Yes, we finally defeated Moog. The DLC is all set up and ready to go later, and we explored a bit more of the consecrated Snowfield. And, yeah, got some Steam achievements. Alright, let me quickly promote the socials, and let me promote the Discord server. I post my stream schedule every single week on both Blue Sky and Discord. And I also do upload these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube, so hey, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, thank you so much for making it to the end. Let me thank everyone who came by the stream. I'll talk about what we're doing for the rest of the week, although those of you who are regulars here already know what's going on. And then we'll find someone to raid off into. So with that all being said and done, thank you so much for being here, Melissa. Thank you so much for being here, Alex Speedling. Thank you so much for being here, Friendly Crusader and 2 Peas in a Pot. Thank you so much for being here, V. Thank you so much for being here, Ocean. Thank you so much for being here, Moon. Thank you so much for being here, Lanzy, and thank you so much for the raid, Lanzy. Also, thank you so much for the resubscription, Lanzy. Thank you so much for being here as well, Kaz and Lena. Thank you so much for all the offline follows, of course. Those are very much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. It's just a goblin and Marky, and thank you for the raid, Marky. Oh, I dropped my mouse there. Thank you so much for being here as well, Royal Bunny, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Freenium Dude. Thank you so much for being here. Sharks are tasty. Thank you so much for being here, Dark Knight Draco, and also thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for being here, Looney Ravenwitch. I actually missed you there, sorry. I saw that, yes, you were squished in between all the different raids there. Thank you so much for being here, Pippy Mint. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember all the names. I think I got most of them. Thanks to stream, Strambolino Blimbamblino. Thank you, man. Thanks for stream, streamer. Thanks for this stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really do appreciate it. Hang on. I know that I'm missing a name. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much for being here as well, Epic Umiko. And that's mostly it. Obviously, wherever you were here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking and watching the VOD. Hope you had a lovely time. I definitely had a good time myself, but damn, we are dying so much more often in these later streams. I don't know what's happening. I'm washed up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit washed up. Thank you for the stream, Lumi. Thank you for being here, Marky, and for trusting your community with me, as always. Especially when I'm as sleepy as I am right now. So, what we're doing for the rest of the week. Tomorrow at the same time this stream started, we are going to be doing more Shovel Knight King of Cards. We are nearing the end of the King of Cards campaign, I believe. I'm really hoping that we get King of Cards done and, you know, the whole collection done by the end of the year. And then on Friday and Saturday at 12 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, we are going to be continuing on with Elden Ring. We will be going to the Halig Tree, finally, after wrapping up a couple more things in the consecrated Snowfields. So I hope you all look forward to that. And then on Sunday at 1 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, we have the Flex Slot stream, which is going to be Monster Hunter Rise with my partner Moon. But obviously, if something changes, if, you know, one of us isn't available, or, you know, like we're not in the mood for Monster Hunter, then it could be anything. That's why we put it down as a flex slot, just because, like, collabs, you know, collabs can't always be consistent, and that's okay. And sometimes, you know, we're just in the mood to do something different, so most likely Monster Hunter Rise, but if something changes, then obviously I'll let you all know then. Alright, let's find someone to raid off into. Gosh, I feel like I'm on the verge of collapsing from exhaustion, so let's raid into Female Clerk A, who's doing some more World of Warcraft. I feel like I raided into her like a day or two ago. I did, actually. And she was also doing World of Warcraft then, but she's still up at this hour, so I'd say that's a good raid target. And she's nice and chill and quiet as well, just like my preferred streams on Twitch. So let's get that raid up and going. Just gotta click over here, click on a couple of things, and bam, that raid should be up and going. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by to stream. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you've forgotten. And the moral of this stream, don't kidnap people and don't form a blood cult, I would say. Yeah, I think that's pretty good advice. Yeah, don't be like Moog. I mean, Moog is awesome, but you probably don't want to follow in Moog's footsteps, I would say. No, says Moon, no. But I want to do this. You can do those, Moon, but make sure that you ask for permission from the person that you're going to kidnap first. Consent is important. That's another moral of the stream. And another moral, actually, that we can take away from this stream is, just be good to yourselves, be kind to yourselves, be kind to other people, don't push yourself too hard. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. So yes, I will see you all tomorrow for more Shovel Knight King cards, and later in the week for more Elden Ring and Monster Hunter. Moon says, thank you for letting me start a blood cult and kidnap people. You are most welcome, darling. Alright, that's enough for me. Let's go raid into Female Clark A and wish her the best of luck with the World of Warcraft. See you all next time. Bye bye!